All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Happy Monday. I am back home. Little mini vacation over the weekend, but here I am. And we're going to talk about what's going on today. It's been an interesting day. Dogecoin was up yesterday, up over 17.5 cents. And today it just followed the market, and the market was pretty down. But there were some other memes that were up. And XRP is not a meme, but it was up. And so we'll talk about that. And of course, we'll look at charts of Bitcoin and ETH and others as well. Here today on KrissPax Live. Welcome, everybody. A lot of little tidbits of news today. Nothing particularly about Doge, but some that are a bit Doge related, let's say, that happened yesterday, today. So we'll cover lots of little bits here and there, and then we'll go through a bunch of different meme coins and what's going on with them, particularly Bonk. It was about 2 weeks ago. Somebody asked me, if you weren't all into Doge, what else would you be buying? And I said, Bonk. And well, that would have been a good move, except I'm all in on Doge. So if I'd bought that Bonk, I'd have doubled my money at that time. I'd have doubled the money and I could have rolled that all into Doge. But who knew, right? You don't know these things are going to happen. But Doge was looking strong over the weekend. And again, falling back a bit, just like everything else in the market today, except again for a few other memes and a couple other cryptos that were up today. And like Circle stock was up today, like out of nowhere. It's like that thing just over $200 and it just keeps going up. Crazy. The stupid workhorse stock that I lost a lot of money on and totally got out of decides to go crazy. I mean, just weird day today. The things you wouldn't expect to be up are up, like XRP and Circle we thought had already topped out. And then things a bit down like Doge. It's like, why is it going down? It's like, we were doing so well. So that's where we're going to start today. I will get down here in the corner and wish everybody a happy Monday. Everybody come in, give a like, subscribe, all that stuff. 19420. 19420. That's right. That's my sub count. 19420. That's 420. On our way to 20,000 subs. And we'll have a little celebration, a little party at 20,000 subs when we get there. So if you're one of those who's been hanging out, but you haven't subscribed yet, why are you taking so long? Come on. Why are you taking so long? Doge coin pop 6% to lead majors. So that's where we were late last night. Bitcoin nears 110. Fresh rate cut optimism. What's going to happen with interest rates still there? There's going to be a CPI print on Tuesday. Is it going to be soft? I don't know. That's tomorrow, right? That's tomorrow. So we're watching that. Bitcoin, ETH, Doge gain, Trump tariffs. The deadline was delayed. Huh. Who knew? All this talk, July 9th. Kriss, what do you think about this July 9th tariff deadline? And what did I say last week? I was like, yeah, that deadline's going to get pushed. It always happens. And sure enough, it was. And it got pushed. I mean, it's just so obvious. It was, July 9th, major capitulation, look out, all the Trump tariffs. And I'm just like, yeah, He doesn't know a deadline. He sees one. It's like, we'll just do it later. A few countries. We'll go through that. So here, breaking, right? Trump to sign action today, delaying tariffs to August 1st. And so now it's like, oh, Kriss, what's going to happen on August 1st? Look out, everything's going to drop August 1st. And I'm like, it's just another day. Just another day. So yeah, I'm not concerned about it. The tariff this, tariff that, blah, 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 blah. And of course, that's what caused markets to go down today. They were down pre-market big for the stocks as well. Most stocks ended the day red, except for like Circle and a few others that I talked about. But everything else is, kind of in the red today. And most of it is just fear of tariff stuff, just ongoing, blah, blah, blah. And you would think, hey, tariffs were delayed. That should be bullish, right? Nope. No. It's just more uncertainty out there. More uncertainty. But meanwhile, there were some that were decided. 40% Myanmar, 40% Laos, 30% South Africa, 25% Malaysia, 25% Kazakhstan, and there was another one that I saw, Japan and Korea, I think, got decided. I think those were 20%ers. So they're ripping them off one by one, just getting them done. Alva says, look, short term, expect more global volatility and inflation risk. We've already proven there's no inflation risk. Why do you keep bringing up inflation risk? It's like, no. We'll get to that in a minute. Here we go. U.S. inflation has dropped to 1.75%. That's a drop of 0.5% since June 29th. We're below the Fed's 2% target. We should be cutting rates. Cut rates. But no, fear of tariffs and what the tariffs could do. Inflation risk. So that's still out there. And I'm just like, are investors really that stupid that they're going to sell because of this? I think the media just makes up this stuff, but particularly the financial media. They just make this stuff up just to make some news out of anything. Prices go up, prices go down. It gives them something to talk about, because otherwise life would be boring, right? I'm like, Meanwhile, what happened with this America Party and Elon Musk, right? This whole America Party thing. And I was tweeting over the weekend. It was just like, look, I'll support the America Party if I can donate with Dogecoin. And not like through BitPay, because BitPay isn't a wallet-to-wallet transfer. No, like the old Tesla merch, give me your wallet and I will do a direct transfer. You give me that, Elon, and maybe I'll donate some money for the America Party. Even though I think it's a joke, because, I mean, it's just, there's this two-party system we've had for hundreds of years. It's really hard for a third party to do anything. You spend all this money, and then what you end up doing is you take away more votes from one party than the other. So the other party ends up winning. And then, of course, you've got all these people saying, oh, but, the Dems are going to win midterms anyway, because it always happens, so it doesn't matter. And it's just like, it doesn't have to be that way. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Republicans can win the midterms. They could. It's just dumb. The whole thing's dumb. But somebody asked Elon, it's like, will the America Party embrace Bitcoin? Like, trying to get at not only what the party platforms are going to be, but particularly for crypto. And Elon Musk says fiat is hopeless. So yes, fiat is hopeless. So yes. Of course, that got all the Bitcoin maxis. Oh, Elon's all in on Bitcoin now. all in on Bitcoin. And I'm just like, oh, Elon, come on. Really? So, got all the Bitcoin maxis all pumped up now. Elon is all up on the Bitcoin train. What can you do? But look, Bitcoin, it's down today. It's under 108. So all of that talk about Elon and Bitcoin, it faded today as well. It was just like, eh. Now, if Elon had said like Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin would rocket to the moon, right? And there'd be no stopping it. But no, Bitcoin, and look what happens to Bitcoin. It's in the red. It actually goes down. That's the difference between a meme coin and Bitcoin, right? I mean, you would think that this was like huge news, right? You would think this is huge news. The richest man in the world just said his political party will embrace Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin. And the price goes down. It's just like, nah, if it's a meme coin, the price would be up like 20, 40%. I get it, Jason, about the America Party, you know, it's just like, let's see if we can like meet somewhere in the middle and not do all of this inbreeding, party inbreeding stuff, like adding all this crap on to the big, beautiful bill in order to keep paying ourselves, all of that stuff. And it's just like, So I get what Elon's saying, right? Adding all of that, which increases the debt. That's not what Trump wanted to do. Trump wanted to eliminate the debt, and all that work Elon did with Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, to slash all this extra spending was all to try and get to a balanced budget and reduce the debt. And instead, he sees the bill in its final form, and it's like, they're just adding a bunch of shit. And I get it. Elon's pissed. So the bromance is over, guys. The bromance is over, Trump, Elon. So yeah, Donnie, another party. The America Party. The America Party. It's going to be what it's called. And I think there's already going to be some existing congressional members that are considering changing their party affiliation to the America Party. And it's like, really? That could be political suicide, or it could be a brilliant move. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, this was the big news over the weekend, was like, America Party will embrace Bitcoin. And yet Bitcoin's price is just struggling. All we need is the same tweet here from Elon, except for Dogecoin, and Dogecoin's up 20 points, just like that. What a difference, right? What a difference between the meme coin and Bitcoin. So this guy is a Department of Government Efficiency advisor. And he's like, hey, Elon is free to burn his own money on this ridiculous stunt that is the America Party. He is not free to drag shareholders down with him. Elon is a visionary CEO. He needs to focus on Tesla, not on Trump. And Tesla stock tanked like 7% today. All because of this Elon ranting on Trump and politics and all of that. And it was just when all the Tesla and SpaceX fans had gotten Trump back, right, out of this political mess, right? They just got him back. And it was a good couple weeks where he was concentrating on Tesla and SpaceX and doing great things again. And then the big, beautiful bill happens and it just pulls it right back into politics. He didn't have to go, though. He could still have spoken his mind without all of this. Then he does this stupid poll, like how many people would support a third party. And of course, it's on X. And Elon's joking about a third party. So of course, people on X are going to vote overwhelmingly in favor of this third party, right? I mean, isn't that how Elon ended up buying Twitter in the first place, with some stupid Twitter post, right? And it was like, oh, yeah, maybe I could buy Twitter. It's just the way these things are come up. It's just amazing to me. But that's Elon, right? He's got no plan. Elon has no big plan. So that's what's going on with Elon Musk and Bitcoin, not Dogecoin yet. There are many who are still talking about him actually using Dogecoin in the design of X money, X payments, and that Doge should be there, but we haven't heard anything yet. Meanwhile, inflation. So what's going to happen? A White House trade advisor says Powell's decision to hold interest rates is causing significant harm. We should be enjoying lower interest rates now. Last week, I had that graph of how many other countries have lower and even much lower interest rates than the United States has right now. And it's true. It's like we should be lower. It should. This whole fear of inflation because of tariffs thing is like, no, lower rates. And then if inflation does happen, follow the data, and then you tick them back up a little bit. It's not that hard. No, fear of inflation. Dumb. Another dumb thing. Meanwhile, Dogecoin holds breakout as rally looms. Still one of the best meme coins is Dogecoin. We'll talk about some others in just a minute, but we'll start with Dogecoin, okay? Dogecoin retested 16 cents. The breakout over 17 cent, well, 16.4 has held, right? 16.4 is held. We're at 1666 now. Couldn't hold 17.2. And 17.2 was the line that we had from back here mid-June. Remember these little boxes here, mid-June? 16.2 was support, and then it turned into resistance back here these 2 weeks in June. And we were watching it as it hit it as resistance here last week. So 17.2 really isn't much of a line yet, because it's all over the place. The Doge price all over the place right now. Are we gonna see Doge come back down and hit 16.4 as support again and be right back where we were last week? I'm just like, come on. We just had all this excitement up here in the 17s. We should at least be back up here in the 17s again. I did not swing trade this. I was on my little mini vacation. I wasn't in a trading mode at all. So I'm all back in Doge. My 200,000 Doge now in my swing trading account are all there. It's all in Doge. So missed out on this pullback. But I mean, last night we were having fun. We were out. It's a beautiful day on the beach yesterday, and out last night, dinner and drinks, and just having a good time. So wasn't in a trading mode. But Doge came up to like 17.6. That was pretty good. Just before midnight last night, it was 17.6. And then the pullback not surprising, but then overnight and this morning, just following the stock market, Doge just couldn't hold it. So that's Doge. That's where we start. According to Google Trends, Dogecoin is surging in online interest again, echoing the early rumblings of past meme bull runs. And I'm like, really? It ticked up a little bit, but not much. That's not surging. That's a little tick up is all that is, not surging. Analysts are watching 20 cents, 22 cents, 25 cents as potential targets. And I'm just like, can we just hold 17 first? Can we just hold 17 before we start talking about all the 20s? That'd be great. But yeah, Doge has slowly and quietly been showing, this upward trend line that we've been showing. Both Ali and Trader Tardigrade have been all over this upward trend line here. And this is on the monthly, looking back to 2023, 2024, and now 2025, where that's going to go from here. So with Solana's top meme coin of 2024 still has room to run in 2025. Is WIF going to be one of these ones that is going to go crazy yet? It really hasn't, not like Bonk. We'll get to Bonk in a minute. But WIF is one of those that also on Solana, we could see both WIF and Bonk make even more moves forward. That's one of them. Trader Allen is like, look, Dogecoin, about to explode soon. He's got all these little triangles, his little red triangles here. Does this mean we're ready for this next big move up? And I'm like, yeah, it's still the summer of chop, though. We're still kind of chopping around in the summer. So, John, it's a good time to buy. Just look at the dips. We got a dip going on right now. And again, it's not all or nothing, right? If you've got like $500 to spend to buy Doge, it's like, you don't have to spend all 500 on a red candle. Maybe you do 200 or 300 and you leave the other 200 in your buying power just in case we come along and it dips more. And then you can pick up more at a lower price. But if it doesn't dip more, at least you're in the game with that first 300 at whatever that price is. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Not financial advice, but I do that a lot. It's just like, I don't know if this is going to be the bottom of this dip here or what, but what if it turns around and just goes right back up and I don't buy now? So I at least want to be in the game, right? So think about it that way. Think about it that way. So Trader Allen, we got his. Bonk. So Bonk is the most explosive force on Solana right now. So let's take a look and see what Bonk has been doing. Again, I called it a couple weeks ago. I haven't been trading it though because I've been concentrating on Dogecoin. But Bonk, having a little bit of a pullback right now. Interesting. Yeah, if you didn't sell Bonk up here at 23, take your profits, because we go back on the hourly and we just see this explosive growth that Bonk has had from the 22nd of June, when you could have gotten at 11, it was up over 100%, doubling your price if you had bought on June 22nd, that Bonk. So Bonk has been on a great run, but it might have topped out here. Now that I'm looking at the chart now, because earlier this morning it wasn't doing that, but there's a lot of profit taking going on in Bonk right now. Still, are you going to buy at 21 when it was just the other day, Friday, it was down here at like 16? Will it come back to 16? I don't know. You like Floki, SPL? We'll get to Floki in a minute. WIF was the other one that's on Solana. We're doing the Solana ones right now. So there's WIF. Yeah, WIF is pulling back too. It had this up and down kind of run here last week on WIF, up to about 95 cents, now down to 83. So yeah, there's a pullback going on in WIF right now. Pullback in WIF. But when it comes to Bonk, it's like now nearly 1 million holders, growing fast, dominating usage across the ecosystem. What is that? Well, remember Pump.fun? Remember Pump.fun and all those tokens that were created on Pump.fun using Solana as the gas? Well, guess what? Now there is a Bonk fund. There's a Bonk dot, that's hard to say, Bonk.fun using Bonk. That's what this is all about. Bonk. And so now you get a bunch of these degens creating new tokens on Bonk. It's still on Solana, but it's like using Bonk. I didn't predict that. I thought Pump.fun was it for Solana, but no, someone made Bonk.fun, and there's all these tokens being created on Solana through Bonk. And so Bonk has utility again because of all these other stupid tokens. Mattis, I just said that about Bonk. But don't say Doge is dead. Okay? That's dumb. Don't be dumb. Over certain periods of time, many meme coins will pump harder than others. And then you look at it a month later, and those others are pumping harder than the ones that you said were doing so much better than Doge. And then they end up doing worse. That's how meme coins go. So you want to be in the ones that go, but don't make fun of other ones. They go on runs when they go on runs. Now, can I finish? Thank you. Real utility, real burns, real community. That's true with Bonk, all of that. Massive fees are flowing back into Bonk, not out of the system. So yeah, Bonk is quietly becoming the backbone of Solana, is what he's saying, which is great. So again, now on Bonk, again, the question is, now that it's already gone on this huge run and you haven't bought yet, what do? Do you wait for it to come back down? Is it going to drop any lower? Or, so that's a question you've got to make for yourself, whether there's more room for Bonk to run here. I kind of think there is, but I don't know what kind of pullback this is going to have. Again, we're still in the summertime, right? The summer of chop, as I've been saying, and we could have a big Bonk pullback. That could still happen. So, XRP. I don't know what the heck's going on with XRP. XRP is up today. Oh, wait. It was up today. Look at that pullback. Well, as I was preparing for this live stream, I was like, oh, look, I got to talk about XRP because XRP had this big green candle going up. Ooh. So this is the challenge of summertime trading, guys. This is the challenge right here. Look at XRP. Look at this huge green candle this morning. And now the red candles have come down lower than where it started with the green candle. Look at that. Is XRP becoming a meme coin? Yeah, total fake out, right? Is XRP becoming a meme coin? Look at it. Wow. That's quite the trade today. Didn't expect to see that. But they've got their stable coin, which is RLUSD, right? Which is Ripple Labs USD. They have this stable coin. It's going to be accepted as collateral, bridging crypto and traditional finance with 24/7 cross-margin trading. Awesome. That's good for Ripple Labs, right? Whatever. What does that have to do with XRP? That has nothing to do with XRP. That's Ripple making a stable coin that's going to be used. It has nothing to do with XRP. And maybe that's what people are figuring out. There was a initial pump there. Oh, this is awesome for XRP, right? And then people start looking at it and they're like, no, this is their stupid stable coin. Has nothing to do with, the poopy XRP token, right? XR poop, exactly. It has nothing to do with it. And so they just sell and down goes XRP again. Kind of like a meme coin. So we had that happen with XRP today. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to come all the way back down into the 220s again, but there it was. XRP. All right. Let's talk about meme coins. What do I think about ADA? Charles Hoskinson is like, he's just trying to buddy up against anybody he can to make Cardano a company that can partner with anyone that'll help his precious ADA token, and none of it works. None of it is working. Cardano continues to suffer price-wise. It just, anytime it gets any momentum, it just comes back down. Now, some of this might be just summer chop, right? But I mean, it's just, it has not been good. It hasn't held anything. This is like the last month of trading of Cardano, of ADA token, and it's down. It's down. Yeah, we'll talk about SHIB in a minute, Matisse. But yeah, SHIB hasn't been good either. But yeah, ADA has not been good. Again, a lot of this is summertime stuff, and in the fall, like everything's probably going to go up. And then it won't matter what you have. It's all going to go up. Who knows? Some will go up more than others. You just want to get yourself accumulated and in the right place. This is the whole gambling part of investing, right? So what do? Do you just buy a little of a lot of things, or do you concentrate on just a few? That's the question. What do you do? What do you do going into the fall? Where do you want to be, right? So meme coins are at the forefront of today's crypto surge, riding the bullish hype like none other, because the memes in this summer have been outperforming most other cryptos. June and into July has been all about the memes. It has not been like Bitcoin is still just going sideways. I mean, it's at 108, 107. I mean, Bitcoin is still up there in price, close to its all-time high, but not continuing to move up. So the traders for the summer, they're trading meme coins is what they're doing. They're trading meme coins. So Bonk. So the Bonk.fun thing is called Let's Bonk. So Let's Bonk has surpassed Pump.fun as the top meme coin launchpad by trading volume and revenue. I never would have predicted that. I thought Pump.fun was like, that was it, right? That's a place to launch tokens. Now it's Let's Bonk. Now, this Doge OS thing is going to roll out for Dogecoin, and guess what? Doge OS is going to have an app on it where you can make meme tokens on Dogecoin. Could that be something? Could that be something? You see how quickly it's changed from pump.fun to let's bonk on these Solana things. But if meme tokens can be launched on Dogecoin through Doge OS and people start having fun with that, something to watch for. That's something to watch for. So that is huge for Bonk. Pepe, meanwhile, Pepe shows bullish resilience amid market volatility. Pepe can't decide whether it wants to keep the zero or drop the zero, though. This is this yellow line we've been watching with Pepe, which is 0.00010. I just call it 10, right? And now it's back below that into the nines again. So it's been sideways for the Pepe. And it just can't, every time it trades up above this 10 line, it comes right back below. I did the swing trade here where I bought at 85, but I sold on June 29th so that I could buy Doge on a dip. And then I did 2 swing trades with Doge, which got me more Doge doing that, which was awesome. I didn't always hit the top selling or the bottom buying, but I did increase my Doge coin count. But Pepe just not figuring out what it wants to do. So that's Pepe. Meanwhile, we've got this hyper XRP. I think it's funny. XRP aims for explosive breakout, and it's just like, really? Is XRP a meme coin? Are we talking about meme coins here? There's SPX doing well. There's Floki, right? Floki, XPX, and Bonk. So let's take a look at what's happening with these. Floki. I'll get you guys in the chat in just a minute. Almost done. Almost done. So what's Floki doing? Floki is at 80. It got up to about 88. It was down here on the dip here on the 22nd of June at like 61. So from 61 up to 88, that's a 44% gain. Pretty good, but like everything else, today is just like, it looked like last night. Last night was the time to sell, take your profits on just about everything. Except XRP went up this morning and then dropped. But looks like most others, like Doge, peaked out last night and have fallen overnight and into today. So where are these going to settle down? Are they going to settle back down to their early Sunday numbers here? That would be 74 for Pepe. For Floki. For Pepe, it would be back down here at about 95, but it didn't go up as high as Floki did. And Doge would have to settle back down here at 16.4. So are we going to see that pullback happen? We'll be watching that. The other is SPX here, and what XPX is doing. Yeah, it's coming back down too. Its spring point was $1.20, came up to about $1.36.37, and now is coming all the way back down. So yeah, that's what's happening with these other memes. They're all just coming right back down, even the ones with the good ones. So Dogecoin is ready for a major breakout, but it does these patterns. But when Doge runs, are we going to see other memes being sold and they're just going to all chase Dogecoin again, or what? We don't know. So we wait. We wait on the whole Dogecoin thing. And what's happening with Elon and Doge? Well, again, we had this yesterday with this whole America party and this third party in the United States, America party. Will the America party embrace Bitcoin? And Elon says fiat is hopeless, so yes. And all the Bitcoin maxis are all going crazy because Elon's going to support Bitcoin. And there were a ton of accounts that were asking him about Doge, and he didn't respond. So he didn't respond to any of those. There are many who believe he is secretly building X money, X payments with the ability to use cryptocurrency like Dogecoin. And maybe it is being built for Doge, and he believes Bitcoin is a store of value like everyone else. I don't know. Don't know what all that means. But he could have said something in here about Dogecoin. It was a perfect opportunity. Dogecoin would have gone crazy in price. Dogecoin would have rocketed up to like 30 cents easily. And what did Bitcoin do? Nothing. There was a little bit of move of Bitcoin up to 109 and fell all the way back down to 108. So that's not a meme coin. That's not a meme coin. Low roller. I did ask him. You go onto my X account, not the XRP stuff. You go onto my X account, you see my replies. Beautiful morning this morning. This is what I woke up to this morning, guys. This is what I woke up to this morning. Was this. What a beautiful view. And now I'm back home. It was a little mini vacation. But this was the view this morning out the hotel window. Absolutely beautiful. But that aside, Elon says fiat is hopeless. So yes, and I just reposted this. Embrace Bitcoin, fine, but use Dogecoin, even better. And Elon says the America Party is the solution. And I say, I look forward to making a Dogecoin donation to the America Party in reply to Elon's post. And it's like, So nothing on the Dogecoin front as far as Elon. Yet. Cable guy, you sold your Bitcoin and bought the new Model Y. It's too bad Elon was not accepting Bitcoin directly as a payment for a car. It's too bad because you could have just used the Bitcoin and just transferred it to Tesla in exchange for a car. You used to be able to do that. But you still got your Doge. That's awesome. Because as you know, Dogecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin in this next big move. So, hey, John, first time on this live. Do you usually open daily lives? Yes, I have daily lives. I usually have one on a Sunday, but I mean, look where I was on Sunday. I was here. And this was my dinner last night. Oh, look at that. It was so good. Dinner was like, those pork chops were so good. And and this was the view yesterday afternoon. So yeah, there was no live stream on Sunday, but yes, Monday through Friday, I'm here every afternoon. I don't know where you are, John. 4 o'clock East Coast time here. is when I have daily lives. And we talk crypto and we talk all sorts of things. And now I am answering your questions in the chat. So how's everybody going? Doge will pump October, sell October 18th. No, October 20th, Eric. October 20th, 10/20. 10/20, that's the date. That is the day. Democrats and anti-Americans do not want tariffs because it will help Americans and America and make Trump look good. Yep. Can she be? That's correct. In fact, all of the things that the people in the Democratic Party continue to say it's all politics stuff, but it's like it's anti-American, a lot of what their rhetoric is, which is like, I don't care one way or the other. I want America to do well. I want the country to do well. And a lot of the Trump policies are good for America. But it's like, come on. How can you not vote for like no tax on tips? Not one Democrat voted for the big beautiful bill. Not one. Whatever. No tax on US-based crypto. So, Bruce, now I think now that the big beautiful bill is done, as Carolyn Leavitt, press secretary, said today, now the big beautiful bill is law. So now Congress can move on to other stuff, particularly other tax things. So we're going to start to see other legislation now being talked about, one of which is going to be US-based cryptos. So we'll see. We will see. +1 for daily lives. Daily lives, I'm here. Make sure you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. I go live every day, Monday through Friday, and I usually do a Sunday one as well. And I do some Saturdays. We'll see. Again, this past weekend was way too busy getting ready to go on my little mini vacation. Went on the mini vacation, all good. And now I'm back. Hey, Byron. I actually sold all my crypto to buy Doge and do swing trades. And yeah, this would have been a good one to swing trade here. But I was on my little mini vacay, so I did not do a sale up here. But if I had known it was like over 17.5 and pumping up, I might have been tempted to do a swing trade here. But nope, I didn't sell any. I'm all in right now. But it is the summer of chop. As I say, it's the summer of chop. Great for swing trading. I'm not going to do any swing trading after like September 5th. I'll be done with my swing trades. The XRP GOAT. Well, hello to Scotland. We talked about XRP earlier. If you missed it, let me know if you have a specific question. Doge to $1, Miko. I am not predicting Dogecoin to $1 unless it is fully integrated in X. And X money is using Dogecoin, which now is seeming less and less likely that's going to happen this year. So we may not see $1 Dogecoin. And again, for all of those that are all hyped, like, I'm not selling Doge until it's over $1. I'm like, yeah, we were saying that in 2021 and it didn't make it to $1. Bonk's creator said the goal is 11 cents. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen for Bonk. But hey, he can say whatever he wants. It's just an unrealistic market cap for something like Bonk. Peak price prediction for the fall. I would just like it to get back to where it was, to be honest. Peak. It's down here at 7.5 cents. Yeah, I'd like to see it at least get back up to more than 18. We got to go back to the 4-hour chart now. Yeah, let's see back up here. 75 cents max. We're at 7.5 now. I don't even think it's going to get back up here. So maybe 50 cents. But yeah, not a great chart for peak. And again, with Doge, every time it goes on a run, it's summer of chop. It pulls back. But this one, we went up a little higher, so maybe it doesn't pull back as much. That's kind of what we're watching here on Doge. Did I go to the conference? Yeah, I went to the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas back in May. Yes, I was there. Link is stuck. Yeah, link is stuck. No news on peak. I mean, I follow them on X and they're talking about DPIN and RWA and all that stuff, but 7.5 cents for a peak token, that's pretty bad. VeChain has been around for a long time. 2021, VeChain was way up in price. It's doing nothing this cycle. I'm not expecting, I mean, look at this, 2 cents. 2 cents. Pretty weak. Last November, it was up here at 7 cents, but you scroll back, 18 cents was my target for this cycle. Based on where it had traded up at the end of November, 18 cents was my target. And it's at 2. So I don't know. May have to rethink this target this fall. Maybe it's just like 8. Maybe it's 8 cents now, not 18. We had a giveaway. Ryan. Thank you. Eric, you got the membership. Awesome. I'm not selling Doge until $10. Oh. Where is Max? Hey, Tedward, debating buying Doge today. Any feeling if Doge will dip? It's the summer of chop. Of course it's going to dip. Is it going to dip lower? 16.4 again has been this yellow line. Doge has continually come back to 16.4 before. So is it going to come back to 16.4? I mean, I wish I could say absolutely positively yes, but I don't know. I can't read the future, but I can tell you how it has done before, and it has come back. It was up here at 17.5 cents here on the 3rd, and it came all the way back down to 16.4. So what makes this any difference, this run it had here on Sunday? It may come all the way back down to 16.4 again. Or maybe not. 1666 might be the bottom here and it goes up higher, or it continues to trade back down to 16.4. I can only show you what it has traded at in the past. There's no particular news about Dogecoin right now. So this trading that we had here on Sunday, I mean, a lot of this was Elon related, right? America Party, Elon, woohoo, right? But there's nothing specific about Dogecoin related to it. So overnight, it just trades back down. That's how Doge trades. I bought back here on Friday. I bought back in right here on Friday. I did not sell any last night. Again, I was on vacation. I was having fun. But others are swing trading it. We'll see. Fartcoin just did a dump. Yeah, Jodito. Like all of these meme coins are like, oh, look at that. Whoa, Jodito, look at that. What the heck? Wow. What is happening with a Fartcoin here, right? The stinkiest cryptocurrency on the block. The sniper is back. I don't know what that means. Big shorting on Fartcoin. Fartcoin with a nasty ass candle down. I don't know. Somebody who believes Fartcoin is a scam coin. I don't see anything particular there. So yeah, I don't know. It's the smelly one, right? Yeah, I've been spinning the wheel. Low roller. Thanks for the reminder. I haven't today. I've only gotten 10 diamonds on every one. 10 diamonds, but I haven't spun yet today. Let's do it together, okay? Crypto.com. And all I've gotten is 10 diamonds. I've been doing it each day. I missed the first couple days. Crypto.com, guys. 9 days of rewards. Ready for the big spin? Here we go. Are you guys on Crypto.com? You get diamonds, free diamonds, but we're going to go for the big one right now, okay? We're going to see if we can get $10 a crow, maybe $200 a crow. Most likely we're going to get 10 diamonds. We'll see. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Come on. Don't give me 10 diamonds. 10 diamonds. There it is. We got one more shot at it tomorrow. I wanted maybe $50 a crow would have been good. Low roller, that's all I've gotten. 10 diamonds each time. 10 diamonds. I did not take advantage of the 2% transfer bonus. No, I did not. But this Fartcoin thing, I mean, that's like today down 10% drop. Whew. Good time to buy Moodang for a swing trade. Did Mudang drop as well? While we're looking at a bunch of different cryptos. Mudang. It was up to about 19 cents, now down to 17. Buy here, see if it goes back up to 20. It was last 20 on the 3rd of July, last Thursday, but that was a huge green candle. I don't trust this thing to get back up there right now, based on that. Don't buy Doge. We need people to buy after the news. Am I optimistic for Megal? Megal's still holding around $1.60, right? So I guess it's at $1.57 now after market. Am I optimistic? I've got a little dry powder as well, but if Doge drops further, I may just buy Doge. I may just buy Doge. If we see Doge drop down into the low 16s again, I'll just buy Doge. I've got like $1,000 left. But I still have 3,000 in Webull, but I'm in another stock on that right now. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Oh. You're trading futures on SPX? Good luck with that. We looked at that earlier too. Saw a guy buying Bitcoin in a Bitcoin ATM. Yeah. I think I saw something else about Bitcoin ATMs. What was that? Oh, it was BTC Isla. So Isabella, who does these she has these good Bitcoin YouTube videos, and I saw her at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. She was promoting using ATM machines. I guess they had one installed in Isla de Mujeres, where she lives. And people in the comments were just complaining about the price you get and the fees, just huge fees to use the ATMs. It says, well, why are you using ATMs? So if you literally do not have a bank and you can't get onto an exchange to buy, don't use an ATM. Don't use a Bitcoin ATM. The prices are horrible. The fees are incredible. I mean, the ATM guys have to make their money, right? It's not like using a Coinbase exchange. You're just not going to get a good price. So you're going to pay a horrible price, and you're going to get hit with fees as well. But if you literally have cash in hand and you want to buy Bitcoin with cash in hand, you can do it at an ATM. If you don't have any other choice and you really want Bitcoin, or you want to sell Bitcoin that you have and you really need the cash, and you can't go through a bank and you can't go through an exchange. I mean, think of the people who had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at $3,000 using an ATM. Maybe you end up paying like $3,500, right? And look at where Bitcoin is now. So there's that too. But if you have a bank account and you have the ability to move money onto an exchange from a bank account, do that. Don't use an ATM. You created a Doge trading bot with ChatGPT. And yes, so again, bot trading will do very well during the summer. We talked about this last week. During the summertime, trading bots are awesome. When they're not awesome is fall, winter, and spring. Then they're not awesome. But in the summer, trading bots are awesome. So just remember that. Again, it's the summer of chop, up, down, just like you see on the chart here. Trading bots are great. What's going to happen, though, is, and what could happen, is you're in the middle of a swing trade. Your trading bot has sold. This is in the fall now, right? Your trading bot has sold after one of these big moves up, right? Just like this. Right? You've had this nice move up, right? And guess what your trading bot does? Your trading bot sells right here, right? That's your big sell. Because that's what trading bots do, right? But it's now the fall. There's great news on Dogecoin. And instead of the price coming back down like this, which the trading bot would anticipate, instead, Dogecoin does that, right? Because that is what can happen in the fall, right? Dogecoin will do that. Your trading bot is waiting for the price to come back down to buy in at a low price. But that price may not happen because we're not in the summer of chop anymore. We're in the fall and off the price goes. And you don't have your Doge because you're using your trading bot. See ya, Pedro. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 o'clock. It might be about 4:30 tomorrow. I might be a few minutes late, depending on my meetings in the afternoon. So it might be 4:30, but anyway, this is the risk in the fall. In the summer, most likely it's chop. Again, summer of chop. And this isn't going to happen. This next secondary move isn't going to happen. So trading bots do great. Trading bots do absolutely great in the summer of chop. No doubt. But I wouldn't use it in the fall. I hope Doge goes to 16.4 so you can load up more aesthetic. Could be. We could see that tonight. We could see Doge just drift right back down to this orange line. Again, this orange line has been in my chart for a long time. What happened to the markets today? Scroll back to the beginning of the live stream. I covered it in the first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes. You hate crypto.com, Eric? I'm learning to live with it. I mean, again, it's terrible prices, just like what you get on Robinhood. Terrible prices, but they do a lot of giveaways, though. And you just can get free Crow. So that's what Low Roller and I do. We're just stacking diamonds and getting free Chronos tokens. Yeah, free diamonds every day. Because they scammed you in 2020, the MCO to Crow conversion. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I wasn't using it back then. So I don't really know what happened with MCO. The BART pattern, right? Happens every summer. IRS rumors going around. Well, it's not the IRS, it's Congress. And is Congress going to put a bill together, which is going to be a no tax on crypto gains on America, US-based cryptos. That is coming back. Hedera would be one of those US-based companies, Billy. Hey, DB, how are you? Hope all is right in your own little worlds. Hey, DB. I mean, look where I was. This is what I woke up to this morning. This was my view this morning. It's like, yeah, life is good. Life is good. This was sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean in Nantasket Beach, where I was. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, life is good. Life is good. So because I was, hanging out, having some fun, touching the sand, not the grass. There's no grass there. There's no grass. Sand. Nantasket Beach. I did not do a swing trade last night. I did not sell any Doge. I'm just holding what I got because I bought it all back here. If I had been home, would I have done the swing trade? Maybe. But that's what happens. You saw your first Bitcoin ATM. Yeah, they're making a comeback, a second wave of ATMs now. But yeah, the prices you get and the fees you pay are just not worth it. If you're able to access a crypto exchange, buy there. Do not use the ATMs. I don't trust anybody. Yeah. Hey, Donnie. My live streams will be when they are. They are what they are. The Epstein thing, Pedro. The Epstein thing, curious thing. It was all in the news, right? It's all over the news today. So in February, Pam Bondi says there's an Epstein client list. It's sitting on my desk right now. And then today, the Department of Justice and the FBI conclude that Epstein had no client list. And then he committed suicide. And there's some video that they release, and it's got a minute missing from the video. And it's just like the government just, of course, last week, right, or the week before, Elon said that Trump's name is on the client list. So that's why they're not releasing it. And now that's like there's no client list. And Caroline Leavitt was asked today during the presser about what Pam Bondi said back in, what's sitting on my desk right now. And Caroline Leavitt said, well, no, that wasn't the client list. It was the file that she was talking about that was sitting on her desk, not specifically a client list. So I don't know what to believe. For me, it's like, this has nothing to do with crypto. It's just noise. It's just all noise. Right, RR. And Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for what? Well, she's in prison for all this other stuff going on. But there's no client list, apparently. So, okay. No client list, fine. Smash the likes, it's free. One like from 69. Don't even have 69 likes. Very disappointing again in you guys. Come on. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate it. slightly higher lows. Maybe 1666 seems to be holding right now, at least for the past couple hours. So maybe we go from 16.4 to 16.6 now. Little gains, just little gains. But I don't trust this to not drop back to 16.4. What about gambling laws? No, it doesn't apply to crypto. Stocks, nope. The lottery? I don't know whether you have to talk to a tax advisor on that. I don't know. Hey, Daniel, how are you? I have a feeling Bitcoin will top sometime in August. No. This fall, baby. Daniel, everything up this fall. Bitcoin is not topping in August. I can only tell you what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. But if you're selling in August and September, that's on you. I'm not selling in August and September. I'm buying for what's coming this fall. I'm buying. That's all I can say. I've been talking about this whole fall 2025 narrative now for 7 months. Okay? So if you then ask me, well, why do you say it's going up in October? I will say to you, just watch my videos over the past 7 months, because I've been saying it again and again and again for many, many, many reasons. It's not something that I can answer in like a 2-minute or 1-minute soundbite. It's just been building and building and building. Okay? That's all I can say. I'm not selling in August and September. I'm not missing the rocket ship that's coming this fall. Okay? Yeah, Donnie, only use bots during the summer. Exactly. Again, not financial advice, but if I was using bots, I'd only use them in the summer. Coinbase Advanced, market and limit. There's really not much of a difference on Coinbase Advanced, Joe Dito, between market and limit order. There's really not a difference. If you do market order, it's going to hit right at the price that you've got. Now, a limit order, if you want to do a limit order, though, and you want to buy at 16.4, right, and not 16.6 where the price is now, you can set a limit order to buy and set your price at 16.4. And eventually, when the price goes down to 16.4, then it will hit your order and you'll buy Dogecoin at 16.4. That's really what the limit order is. But if you're happy with where the price is right now and you're on Coinbase Advanced, just do a market order. That's what I do on my swing trades. I just use a market order because I don't know if it's going to come down here to 16.4. I'm happy with 16.6. So on a swing trade, I just say buy here. And I just use a market order. But if you don't want to buy at 16.6 and you want 16.4, instead of just waiting and watching the charts and see what happens, just set a limit order on Coinbase Advanced, like in your example here, for 16.4. Maybe it goes down and hits it. Maybe it doesn't. Depends on how active you are watching charts. And I mean, this is kind of my life, so I have the charts on all the time. But if you're busy and you're doing other stuff, just set a limit order. Maybe it hits, maybe it doesn't. Solana looks weak. So that ETF, Maxim, was not a full spot ETF Solana. That is still coming. I don't know what this ETF was. I still don't know. I'm not really into Solana and I don't pay a lot of attention to it, but it wasn't a true Solana spot ETF. It was some conversion thing from something else. I still don't know all the details. You'll have to ask someone who's a Solana Maxi that question. That's not me. That is not me. But yeah, Solana is like still under $1.50 again. I mean, look at this. Just totally tanked. Yeah, Solana was almost back where it was early this morning. Or early yesterday morning, I mean. Thank you, DB. Yep. It's just a little mini vacation. It was very nice. Just for a couple days. I bet someone will steal a Bitcoin ATM. Right. Oh. You tagged me, Christoph? Okay, I'll look for it. Hot dog video. Yeah, we'll get into some hot dog talk again, but I had pork chops last night, and they were so good. I can't even think about hot dogs. All the XRP hype, YouTubers pushing it. JD, don't go for the hype. Dude, XRP is not going to $100. Not happening. Oh. Guessing some names are on the list they don't want to share, right? And Maxwell is in prison for trafficking children to no one. Something fishy going on. French fries. This cycle is looking a lot more like 2017. Yes. And I am totally on this fall crypto just going crazy. Eric agrees. October, November. And if it's 2017, it'll go right to the end of the year. The Santa rally, the big Santa rally, end of the year, top off. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's literally 2017. And I've been talking a lot about similarities between 2017 and 2025 and how the 2021 one was different. But we are having a big dip right now in the summer like we did in 2021. And that's happening. And 2017 didn't have a dip like this for alts. Now, Bitcoin is, again, different. More like, yeah, a little bit of both, 2017 and 2021. Hey, Matt, what you say isn't financial advice. True. But if we choose to listen to a guy who's made $2 million over the past couple of years, it's probably in our best interest to pay attention. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Matt. Yep, it did all right. And just like this fall is just damn me. Yep. You're dissing PaxCat in the video? Why you dissing PaxCat? I'll have to watch it. At one point, your portfolio was 16% Doge. Now you're 85% Doge. And the one chart I'll go back to again is the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, which has been, again, on a little upward swing here, right? Doge versus Bitcoin. It hit its bottom on June 22nd here, and it has been rising up. I'm going to extend this out. I have confidence in this. That is just going to keep going up. Like I said last month, if you want to buy Bitcoin and you want Bitcoin in your portfolio, and I said this a couple weeks ago, right here, when the Doge BTC trading pair dropped below 15 and it was down to about 14.5, I was like, don't buy Bitcoin. If you want Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin. Buy Dogecoin. And then when the Doge BTC trading pair spikes, like it did back here, up to 24, 25, whatever number you think is good enough, then you swap your Doge for Bitcoin, and you'll end up with more Bitcoin than if you bought Bitcoin on June 22nd. And I think that still holds through for today on July 7th, where we are. The Doge BTC trading pair is now up to 15.4, but I think it's going to be up to 25.4. And you're going to end up with a lot more Bitcoin if you buy Dogecoin now. So, oh, and here comes an XAI bot. Look at that. We got a bot in the chat. See a bot. We had an XAI bot in the chat. So anyway, I'm watching that. That's Doge Bitcoin trading pair. But Doge itself, yeah, I'm guessing we're going to be down below 16.4. It's coming right back to this line, just like a magnet. Hey, I bet on Robinhood for Joey Chestnut to win the hot dog eating. I did. I set up the ability. It made me sign up for this whole margin account thing. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to trade margin account, but Robinhood made me sign up for this margin account thing. That's like, no, I don't want that. I just want the ability to do the prediction market. So I was able to do that. And I was going to bet $100, right, on, well, it was going to be $92, right? That's what I thought. I bet $92 on Joey Chestnut, and I'll make $8. They'll give me $100 back, right? That was the idea. But no, that's not how it works. You buy contracts, right? $1 a contract. And then they charged me a $2 fee. It's like, yeah, Robinhood, right? Charged you a $2 fee. I still ended up with $100, but I only made $6 because it charged me $92 for the contract and a $2 fee for $94. And then I got $100. So I made $6 on the Joey Chestnut thing because he won. Now the prediction markets are Wimbledon, men's singles champion or women's singles champion. It's got to be Sabalenka, 59 cents. 59 cents on Sabalenka. Men's singles. Yeah, Sinner is going down today because he's losing right now. The Sinner chance of winning has dropped. Alcaraz is now favored. Yeah, I'm not betting on tennis. I don't do sports betting. But the Joey Chestnut thing I did, just because it's the hot dog eating contest, and he was so favored to win. So, hey, Bibbles. Of course Trump was on the list. Elon called it a couple weeks ago. When the Elon and Trump bromance was over, Elon was like, yeah, Trump's name's on the list. That's why you're not going to see it. Oh. Doge will go to the moon, Jason. Doge is up 60% from last year. Yeah. And even more from the year before. Remember those big dips Remember wasn't it July 4th a year ago? That was just the July 4th from hell. It was all red. Remember that? That was a year ago. That was that dip right there. It dipped all the way down to 9.3 cents. That's right. That was hell. That was like that whole week, that first week of July. That was bad. And then the year before, that first week of July, Doge was at 6.5 cents. Yep. So we went from 6.5 cents to 9.5 cents to July 4th this year being at 17 cents. So that's consistently 60% gains. 60% from July 4th, 2023 to July 4th, 2024, and then 60% again, July 4th, 2024 to July 4th, 2025. 60% gains. And all this other stuff, up and down stuff, that's just noise, right? That's just noise. Slow and steady gains wins the race, right? Swap most of my XR poop into Doge. All right, Chris. Will Doge go back to 40 cents? Yeah, Steve. This is the thing for this fall, right? Again, what I said was if there's not a specific catalyst for Doge, we'll probably see Doge in the 40s, but probably not all-time high and definitely not $1. Yeah, Bruce, I'm not going to get into that. Schweitek. Of course you're a Schweitek fan, Christoph. Schweitek. You think she's going to make a run? Sabalenka is a beast. Sabalenka is a beast, Christoph. Women's singles. Sabalenka, Schweitek, and Andreeva. Sabalenka is favored. Big time. Schweitek. And who else can you do as long run? Anisimova, Samsonova, Benchik, a name I can't even pronounce. Pavlyuchenkova, and Sigmund. But you're a Schweitek fan, of course. If it drops below 16.4, I'm going to buy a whole Dogecoin. Yes, Maxim. Awesome. Going to get that whole Dogecoin. Yeah, BTC Isla. Isabella was under her video. She was going on and on and on about like owning 0.01 Bitcoin. And I'm like, is that a thing? That's a big deal to own 0.01 Bitcoin? Is that a big thing? I thought it was 0.1 Bitcoin because being a whole coiner now is like over $100,000. So I was like 0.1 Bitcoin, $10,000. Okay. But now they're talking about 0.01. I mean, they're lowering the bar here. Like 0.01 Bitcoin is a big thing. And it's just like, really? It's a benchmark? 0.01 Bitcoin is a benchmark? $1,000? $1,000. That's a benchmark. I mean, she was talking about like, that's like such an achievement. 0.01 Bitcoin. I'm like, okay. Hey, if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, that 0.01 Bitcoin is what, 10,000? Then you should have a whole Bitcoin because then you'd be a millionaire. Don't stop at 0.01. Just get up to a whole coin. Hey, Ramon, were you able to pull all your cash off Robinhood? No problem, no drama. I did transfer to my bank. I didn't have 2 million on Robinhood. It was it was split between Coinbase, Coinbase and Robinhood. How much was the Robinhood transfer itself? Ooh, I don't remember. But since I was Robinhood Gold, I was able to do a larger transfer. And it's like as soon as I hit transfer, I got a phone call from Robinhood. And they wanted to verify it was me doing the transfer, which was good. Good security there. And I just transferred it directly to my bank. Yes. And Coinbase was no problem either. No problem. Will, the useless token. I talked about the useless token a few months ago or a couple months ago. How's it doing now? I heard it was going up, but I haven't been paying attention to it. A lot of volatility this afternoon here. Look at that big sell-off, down to 21 cents. Useless. Well, since the beginning of June, it's been going up. Look at that. Wow. You could have bought this at 2 cents a month ago. 2 cents. Look at that. Useless token. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Someday that'll be Doge again. Right now, 16.6 is looking like a new floor for Doge. New support. That whole Dogecoin will be worth $1 million. $1 million. That is $1 million for one Dogecoin. Can you imagine? Hey, Stephen, I've been good. How are you? The whole coin is like 0.001 of the 1% based. Yeah, something like that. There's 8 billion people in the world, right? So you just do the math. How many of those 8 billion? And I think they just by wallets. How many wallets hold one Bitcoin? And then they divide it by 8 billion, which is the number of people in the world. So that's where they get those percentages. Yeah, Robinhood called me. And I thanked them. I was like, well, thank you. Yep, Ramon, able to, both Coinbase and Robinhood was able to transfer right to my bank. And then, of course, I did it with like 5 days. I didn't wait till like the last day before closing. I did it like 5 days before, just to give me time, just in case something didn't happen right. But yeah, money was in. Next day, all in. And then I was able to get a cashier's check for the closing for the house. What do I think about the big, beautiful bill? I think there's good things about it, not so good things about it. For the most part, it achieves a lot of the things that Trump campaigned on, and he was voted to be the president, right? So that is, I mean, that's what the majority of the country voted for, was a lot of things that were in that bill. There's a lot of other stuff that got added to the bill that shouldn't have been in there, but that's politics. And that's the stuff Elon was upset about, was all that stuff. But Trump wanted to get his major platform, the stuff that needed to be passed by Congress, needed that done. So overall, I think the bill's fine. I mean, all this thing about the debt and, adding more debt, it's like the country's got to do a lot more than just adding some things on that bill to start reducing the debt. And Congress needs to look at that. It just doesn't sit well with them and their constituents at home to be cutting programs that they've worked to add in order to help do things at home. Getting federal funding for programs at home is what Congress is pretty much all about, right? And so that's the kind of stuff that was added at the last minute, was all that kind of stuff. Because they don't want to they don't want to have to go back home where they have to campaign and get reelected and then have a bunch of stuff taken away. So, yeah. So I transfer $250,000 from Robinhood to my bank. Should I expect a phone call from Robinhood? Yeah, probably. Probably, Matt. That's what happened to me. To think soon you'll never be able to buy Doge at this price again. Yep. Could be. RB 123. You missed the earlier chat. My July price is still 17s. That's what was in my July price prediction video last week. People say, oh, look at Doge go. Are you still sticking with your July price prediction? I'm like, yep, it's the summer of chop. It's the summer of chop. Up and down and up and down and up and down. We were talking earlier in the stream here about bot trading, and someone made their custom Doge trading bot using ChatGPT. And I'm like, yeah, every bot is making money in this market because it's chop, up and down, up and down. Bots can make money swing trading crypto in this kind of market. Easy peasy. Even I've collected more. Byron has collected more. We're making more Dogecoin by swing trading and adding Doge to our stash in the summertime. The bots are making money. I wouldn't do bot trading in the fall. You'll miss out. You'll miss out. Term limits. Congress they'll never vote that. That's for themselves, though. Boring day, adding more coins. End of year pump can't come soon enough. I know, Tedward. Got a long ways to go to get to October. Got a long ways to go, but here we are. And so I ask the question, what are you doing about it? What are you doing it? Buying on the dips, selling on the rips. I've done a bit of that. Again, I didn't do any of that last night because I was on a little vacation. I know, RR, exactly. It's already established that I'm a huge Dogecoin whale. I manipulate the market to make my predictions come true. all for my YouTube channel. Exactly. It's exactly what I do. Yep. Oh my God, that's too funny. Too funny. Yep, that's what it's all about. Any stocks moving aftermarket? Doesn't look like it. All seems kind of quiet on my watch list. Aftermarket. But yeah, but Circle was up big today. Workhorse was up big today. And everything else was down that I watch. Megal is at $1.57. Got a long ways to go before it's in my buy zone. Tesla down big time. We covered that earlier. A lot of Tesla traders don't like Elon going back into politics again. That makes sense. It's like, what are you doing, Elon? Everyone's applauding you, like being done with the Department of Government Efficiency. Now just go be CEO of Tesla and SpaceX and do great things. But nope. Got to go back to the politics thing. I'm the only YouTuber crypto architect, Jason. I'm the only one. There's not another crypto architect. That's my thing. Crypto architect. SK nailed Bitcoin. Tell us about Bitcoin. Bitcoin just had all this great news yesterday with Elon Musk and the America Party, and it did nothing. It went up a little and then sold all the way back down. Just didn't hold. Elon should stay away from Tesla. Focus on pumping Dogecoin. Exactly, Tedward. Why doesn't he just do that? He could have easily tweeted Dogecoin in his response yesterday. He could say fiat is trash, but Bitcoin and Dogecoin are the real thing. That's all he needed to say. Two jurors for you. Maybe you bought big at 38 cents. You might be lucky to break even, dude. I mean, Doge is going to do what it does, right? It might go on a huge run and it might not. You got to be ready for that. Summer chops. I always sell my Doge around 17, buy back 16.5 or lower. Really? That is what it's been doing. Again, I didn't sell last night. Not on this one. Are we going to get to 16.5? We were close. We were at 16.60 right there. Didn't make your buy price yet, Yili. This orange line is 16.4, which is the one that Doge has consistently gone back to. Again and again and again and again. That's the orange line we've been watching. Elon wants to give power back to the people. Yeah, well, in a perfect world, maybe that's something that would work, but we do not live in a perfect world, Jason. We don't live in a perfect world. I'm not expecting much for the America Party. Hey, but you never know, right? Anything can happen in the future. You never know. Yeah, it looks like Doge is bouncing off of 16.6. No more 16.4. Maybe it's 16.6 now. 16.6 is the new 16.4. We'll just will it to happen. Like that is the new support line right there. We'll see whether that holds. It has no history behind it. There's nothing about that level. I don't see anything about that level that would make me say, yep, that's the new support, other than it just happened. Not recently. The green candle was me. I bought some at 16.6. There you go, RR. Awesome. Elon has literally kind of lost the plot. I love him, too eccentric. And like I said earlier, this whole reliance on a Twitter poll or X poll to determine what he does, it's just like, it's all kind of random, isn't it? It's all kind of random. Not in my lifetime, Jason. No astronaut going to Mars. Maybe yours, but not mine. All this Mars thing, it's just like, I just can't get into it. All the Elon bootlickers are all, oh, Mars is the future. Mars, Mars, Mars. Have you seen the pictures from that planet? There's so much CO2 in that atmosphere that you wouldn't live like half a second. Humans cannot live on that planet. That's a big problem. Did you see the movie, The Martian? You see what happened to poor Matt Damon? It's like, no, I just can't get into that whole Mars thing. It's like, let's work on making our planet a peaceful planet. And let's take care of our planet here. Not spend so much time, energy, resources on the what if scenario. If we ruin our planet, we have another place to go. It's like, really? We need to be a multi-planetary species? Do we really? Do we really? I say no. So for all of you who think I'm an Elon bootlicker, wrong. Not on this one. I'm not all in on Mars, and I don't like the Cybertruck. Elon did a Saturday Night Live thing with Pete Davidson. That was an SNL skit that he did, Jason. 2021, May 8th. Maybe other planets have better crypto options. Yeah. Guess that Doge Elon Mars token's going to come back, right? Doge Elon Mars, right? Sunday, it went on a nice run. Sold back. About 12% run. Little blip. 2021, though, this was the token. Can you believe that this thing went up 2,000%? November 2021. Yeah, it's not going to do that again. That was a crazy time. Sheeb, Floki, Doge Elon Mars. I mean, that's not going to happen again. But good luck to anyone who thinks it will. I just say, yeah, good luck. We will pay for our trip to Mars with Doge. Hey, if it pumps my Doge bags, I'll go with it. I'll go with it then. If it makes Doge go to $1 because you can pay for a trip to Mars with it, awesome. I'll take it. Colonizing under the ocean? Yeah, well, we can't really live under there either. RB. So this whole thing about Dogecoin, this cycle is it's more about utility. I just don't think that Dogecoin will have the hype. Well, the hype won't have the same effect on Dogecoin this 2025 cycle as it did in 2021. So that big run up to 73, 74 cents on all of that hype around Elon, and it's just not going to be the same this time. Not only that, but now there's like a million other meme tokens out there. In 2021, it was Dogecoin. That's it. There weren't other memes. There were no meme coins, but Doge. So all the money went into Doge. Now it's all these other things. The money is all diluted and spread out amongst all these other meme coins, meme tokens. So Dogecoin will not get the attention based on hype alone. But if it actually gets used, like on X, and you can tip different creators and you can send Dogecoin around directly on the platform, now we're talking. That's what this cycle is about. Doge isn't going to $1 on hype. Just trying to keep it real. I don't know what that is, Valderramas. Omisago. Never heard of it. Don't know what that one is. That's right, Ramon. I mean, House of Doge is trying, and they keep saying, yeah, we're making partnerships, and we need bigger from House of Doge. And Doge OS, I mean, that could be something. If we get some real killer apps built on it that really do great things on Doge OS, that could be cool. Release my inner moon boy. I need to see something happen, and then I'll be moon boy. But until then, I just leave that up to all the other YouTubers and X content creators that are all the moon boys that keep talking about all these crazy prices for all this crypto. And I'm like, show me. Show me. Hey, another bot in the house. Another XAI bot in the house. Goodbye. No tax on Doge. Just no tax on Doge. Made in America. Dogecoin was. Made in America. By Billy Marcus on his couch in Portland, Oregon. Made in America. Elon's not in politics. Elon's not running for anything. So he can pump Dogecoin if he wants. Yeah, the SNL skit with Pete Davidson. That's a great one. That's Mars for you, right? That's something VP says. VP says that. I'm not saying that here. That's a VP saying. He could run for Congress, Jason. Out of Texas. Star-based Texas. Could be his home. The America Party. Elon Musk. He could do that. He won't, but he could. All right, gang. Hey, here we are in the 16s again. Weren't able to hold the 17s. Couldn't hold what we thought was going to be a new support line, possibly of 17.2. That I was hoping we could bounce off of and go higher. Not able to hold. We'll see whether 16.6 holds or whether we dip down to our orange 16.4 line. That's where we are with Dogecoin right now. So I hope everyone has a great Monday evening. I'll be live again on Tuesday. Again, we're in the summer of chop. So the bots are making money. Swing trading is working. Like all of that strategy is happening. I hope everyone has a great evening. See you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.